My name is Karren and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. I saw the Bondservant via Facebook. And when I watched the first service, it impacted my life. It is what I've been desiring all my life, serving the Lord. So in 1998, the Lord called me to salvation. I always cried and said to the Lord, Lord, I want to be more like Yeshua. I want His nature in me. It is my heart's desire to perform the miracles, the signs, the wonders. And that is one of the reasons why I came here, because the power is here. Life is here. Movement is here. Yeshua lives amongst the people here. Papa carries Yeshua. He carries the Spirit of God. Since June up till now, I've been coming to this ecclesia. I was drawn by that message, that revelation of Yahweh's word, and that is how I came, and I was led by the Holy Spirit. I give God all the glory for what He has done in our lives in the short space of time. It feels that I've just met Yeshua now for the first time in my life, because my relationship with Him has changed so dynamically. I am more in prayer. I am more in the secret place. I hunger and thirst more after righteousness. I seek holiness. I seek God to go into the place of being purged by the Spirit of God. And my whole life has drastically changed since I've started here. The first time I came here was for the Spirit Realms Conference. There I had an encounter with the Lord. On the third night, I felt a fire burning within my inner being, in my belly. I literally felt like there's a lion roaring inside of me. And this was all new to me. And I just felt God moving heavily within me, and I was very excited about what God was doing in my life, and that was my first experience here. So I attended the ministers' conference. On the third day, I had an encounter with the Lord as we came early to the church and we prayed on the altar. And as I was laying prostrate on the altar, praying, seeking the Lord, praying in my heavenly language, all of a sudden I just ascended into a realm, and I saw Papa John in this realm. He was clothed in white, in a radiant white color. It was so bright, and he was sitting on a white horse, and it seemed to me like he was the leader and like a general in an army, a commander. And he had this like a cape on, but the cape was like on fire, and he had a sword in his hand, and the sword was, the top part of the sword was on fire. And as I looked, I saw myself with a whole lot of other saints also on horses, and at the back of us I saw a host of angels, and it's like this regiment of warriors going into this realm to go and fight. And with a loud shout I heard him saying, engage, and we were all ready, and we lifted up our swords, and he shouted, attack. And we went out, and we were all riding into this realm, and there was an attack, and there was fighting, eating of snows, fighting. I didn't understand it because I've never ascended into a realm really, but it was a phenomenal experience. And that was my first encounter going into a realm. Basically, I didn't know which realm it was, but I know we went to war in that realm. And then I just heard the sound, victory, victory, and everybody was shouting victory, victory, and the host of angels, and we were rejoicing in Yeshua. And that was when I just came out of that realm. The baptism was another encounter where the Holy Spirit moved mightily. As I was standing on the sand waiting in line to be baptized, and as I approached the water, we were singing Yeshua, Yeshua, and I started singing louder and louder. And as I was singing, my eyes were closed, and when I opened my eyes, I saw the atmosphere seemed like it changed, and I continued singing Yeshua, Yeshua. And when I looked into the realm, I saw on the wall of the tidal pool a host of angels witnessing what was happening, the baptism. And it came to the time of me being baptized, an overwhelming sense of God's presence within me just erupted inside of me. And as I went and Papa was praying for me and he put me down into the water, I felt like there was a separation. I felt like I left something behind. Something left me. I literally felt something like a beetle. Something left and stayed in the water. When I came out of the water, I was filled with the Holy Spirit. I was empowered. I felt raging power surging through my body. And I felt very, very, very powerful. O tarandala mashuku, o terekele matsutu, aredelema. And even since the baptism, my tongues changed. The way I spoke in tongues was diverse. I felt that when I spoke one tongue, it was different. When I engaged in going into warfare, into a realm, my tongue would be different. A groaning a roaring started within me like a lion. When I pray in tongues and I go into war, to the realms, to go pray, to set people in my community free, my family free, into the marine, into the air, into the creeping things of the beast of the field, into the different realms, I experience a different tongue, a tongue for waging war. And that has been my experience still thus far. And then when it comes to subduing of the realms, I received another encounter on the third night as Papa laid hands on me and prayed for me. I went up for the last one, the beast of the field, because I felt that my destiny was locked up in that realm. I felt that my calling was locked up in that realm because I've been going through the circles of life, and through my walk, then I would only go to a certain area in my walk with God, or a certain level, and I could never go to the next level in God. On that night, I was broken free as I went up. Papa laid hands. As he laid his hand on me, it felt like his hand wasn't a hand of a man. It was so huge. It was a big hand. And he laid his hand on me, and I went down. I fell out under the power of God, and immediately I ascended into a realm. And oh, how glorious that was, because I saw in front of me like fire. The fire was not your normal fire. It was a huge like ball of fire, and an explosion happened. And as the explosion of this fire happened, it impacted me, and I received power. And the fire started burning on me. Immediately after that, I saw a way opening up. There was a way, like a pathway opening up, and this pathway was on fire. And I was just heard the voice saying to me, walk. And as I was walking on this road, and I think that is my destiny that was opened up unto me by the Lord, I heard a voice saying, subdue and dominate. Subdue and dominate. I heard the voice of God saying, subdue and dominate. And as I was walking, I just saw explosions on either side of this pathway. And then that realm closed unto me. It was a another phenomenal experience, another encounter with the Lord, and it's just going on. And I'm so excited. I can't sleep at night, really. When it's time to come to the Ecclesia, it is like, this morning I was up at 4:30 to get ready to come, because my spirit is drawn to this house. My spirit is so excited to receive the next message for today, and I just give God the glory for drawing me to this Ecclesia, and I give God all the praise for what He's doing here. Thank Father for the bondservant Pastor John Anosike and Mama Ola. I thank them this morning for laying their lives down, for making a sacrifice, and their obedience, so that our lives can be changed and impacted.
Special announcement from the office of the Bondservant of Christ John Anosike. Please beware of fake accounts on social media, be it Facebook, YouTube, and all others impersonating the man of God, asking for funds from people. Please note, Pastor John does not have any orphanage in Nigeria or in any country, nor does he ask anyone to donate to any orphanage. Also note that the only official page of the man of God, Pastor John Anosike, is the one with over 451,000 followers. Our YouTube channel also has over 155,000 subscribers. Note that the man of God does not chat, send friend requests, nor inbox people on social media, be it Messenger or WhatsApp. Therefore, anyone doing such is false and should be treated as such. This is a notice that you are informed and sensitized to be alert and vigilant. Stay connected and keep subscribing to the teachings of the Bondservant of Christ, John Anosike.
Due to malicious and fraudulent activities, please note that these are the only official 2 accounts of the ministry. For EFT or bank transfer, bank, First National Bank, FNB, account name, New World Faith Ministries, account number 622-67035048, branch, Woodstock, branch code 250655, Swift code FIRNZAJJ. Building project banking details. City of Sons. Bank, First National Bank, FNB. Account name, New World Faith Ministries. Account number 623-569-03578. Branch code 250655. Branch, Woodstock. Swift code FIRNZAJJ. To give online, kindly visit our website and use the following link: www.spiritrevelationchurch.org/give. Here, you can give via PayFast for those that are in Southern Africa, and PayPal for international donations.
Good news for all those living in West Africa. For your giving and donations, here are the only official and approved banking details. Name: Ikechukwu John Anosike. Account number 1170020753. Bank, Zenith Bank.
Please note that the following is our official and only PayPal email for the ministry: donations@spiritrevelationchurch.org. Kindly report any suspicious activities to our emergency line, +2763 423 5895, or email info@spiritrevelationchurch.org.